transform your trading journey. Because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, folks, let's take a look at the December soybean oil contract. This is the one I like the best of all. Of course, I wanted to buy it down here at 40.25. The low has been 43.50, but yesterday's was a perfect setup, folks. It's not perfect anymore, but yesterday's low was a near perfect setup. If you notice the left shoulder right over here, you can see that right shoulder was right there on the low. We bought it at 05, and folks, in the middle of the night, it looked like this was going to be an absolute home run. If you put let's just put the small screen up. You'll see we had this really, really good rally here last night. This is, we bought it right here at 05. Okay, that's right. Yeah, we bought it there at 05. It came down here. This is where we rallied to. But look, in the middle of the night, all it did was make a 382 retracement. That's all it did. It just went right up to it. And pretty much spot on. We had another one here. So this market is still going lower. So all we're going to do now is to wait to where we're going to go next. And here's our stop is still in at 40.05. We're risking $600 on this. Hold on. Let's get this up here to look at the daily chart again, because I think this is important. Okay, now the reason why this is not a head and shoulders pattern is the left shoulder here has been broken. It was okay till yesterday or today. We had the rally early this morning and then a collapse below it. That means that we're going lower. How much lower? I don't know. But all I have to say is we're sitting right at the 78% level right now as we speak. And so our stop is going to be at 44.05. We bought it at 45.05, sold it at 44.05. That will be a $600 loss. Now, let's get on to the ones that you already know what we did in the stock market. We took out 1,300 points in the Dow plus 300 yesterday, so that's 1,500 points. But let's take a quick look here they're starting to come down again too. Let's take a look here at the crude oil, because we suggested today that we've been short crude. Let's just get this up here so we can take a quick look at it. When we hit the 382 retracement here, 5 days ago, back on the 29th of May, we had a 382 retracement right there at 80.56. The high was 80.64, and we've been going down ever since. Now, you'll notice here, if you look at this really closely and you like ABCDs like we do, you can see here that we have an A, B, C, D pattern coming in right here at this level at 22.22. The low so far has been 22.57. So this morning when we were trading below $73 a barrel in July crude, I said, let's cover the short position. And yeah, we might not get the bottom, but this has been a big move, folks. And not only that, it did it in fashion that you just dream about with all of these 382 retracements. There was the high right here. You can see, and there was your first 382 retracement here. There was your second 382 retracement, and boom, look at this. We're gone below the 1.618 expansion of all of that. So we're still having a rally now, and this could be a rally in the bear market. And we might re-enter this on the short side if we get a 382 retracement. There's no reason not to. We did cover the short just below 73. It's at 73.46 right now. If you take the last high that we had right back here, that's going to bring us all the way up, believe it or not, to 74.87. That's $1.50 per barrel from where we are right now, folks. That is a huge rally. That's $1,500. That would be the biggest rally that we've had since the market started going on the 29th. Everything else has only been about $1.50. And now we could get that much of a rally. So write that one down on the top of your notebook, because that could be a real interesting one. Like I mentioned before, I've been banned by Google now for 48 hours, and you won't be getting any videos or new emails or any. I don't even get emails, so there's no reason to complain to me. Because don't complain to TFNN because it's not their fault. Anyway, I've been banned for 2 days, so we'll hopefully have things up and running by Friday. I have my technical guy contacting Google by our usual method, which usually is faster than what they usually tell us, but frankly, I don't have any hopes out for that. Okay. All right. Now let's move on here to the gold market, because I want to show you right here that we're looking at something that is really quite exciting here. When you look at this thing right now, here is the gold right here. And we've had a big move here today. Now, this is why you have to follow this stuff so closely, folks. Now, you notice right here where you have the 382 retracement of the whole day's range here. You know, the market went up to 49, came all the way down to 42, and we stopped right here. But last night, look at this. If you look at the low last night and just took the high that we made right back here and put, oh, dear me, hold on just a minute. Let's get this up here. You'll see that the high came in exactly right there at 57. The high was 58. And it dropped from 58 all the way down to 36. It dropped $2,200, then rallied up to the 382 retracement. But after that 382 retracement, you saw the market didn't make new lows. So that's the first sign that we might be getting ready for a little bit more of a rally. We didn't take out the Monday's lows as of yet. They matched them, which in fact was a big surprise because it looked like they were going to go down and make a new low, but they didn't. Look, you stay here for stay here for exactly 1 hour, telling you, yeah, somebody's buying contracts down in here. Then we have the move up and the pullback. We'll just pull, you see, get it up here so we can all see it together. It was just about 50%, it looks like. Market right here. Yep, there it is. Stays here again, goes down here, stays here for half an hour, right at the 50%. What does that tell us? It tells us there's a high probability, well, not that high, but it's better than 60%, that we could get a rally all the way up here to 2356, which would be the 61% retracement of the high that we had back into here. So 2356 is certainly potential here in the gold market. Now, silver is very interesting because it's a little bit weaker. It had been stronger, but it doesn't look that bad from my perspective. And it's one of my favorite things to trade is silver. Here's the 30-minute chart. You can see it's going down. You notice how gold is rallying and silver is not. See, that's telling you that something is different. But let's just look at that. From the high we made last night, okay, you go up and you mark your high was up there at 31. You dropped $1.20 per ounce, folks. $1.20 per ounce. And you go from your high down to your low at $1.20. And look at the exact high, 30.21. And what does it do? It drops $7,000, folks. Let's try that again. It's 70 cents. It's $3,500. Let's take a little break, and we'll be right back. We've got Norm Winsky setting in the wings, so stay with us.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, education educating investors.
The stock market is a delicate, interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Okay, folks, we're talking about the silver here. I was pointing out the 382 retracement from yesterday's high. Move over right here, you'll be able to see right there, spot on, was your 382. Now remember, this is a 30-minute chart. So if you're trading silver, it trades, huge volume and lots of traders. So you want to know what the next 382. So when you make a new low on the downside, let's move this over. You want to be able to see if that's going to be a 382. That's going to be a big telltale sign if the market's going to change trend. There it is. You can see it makes a higher high, previous half hour, stops and comes down. Until we get above here, the trend is still down. So this is telling you at 29.78, that's 16 cents from where we are right now. Let's try it again, or 18 cents where we are right now. If we get above that, then we got a chance to get the market moving to the upside. But that's what we're paying attention to right now. Folks, people have asked me, about the overall effect of what I think is happening in the stock market. I do a newsletter each week, and I talk about that. I personally have not seen this much bearishness in a very. Hold on, let me get rid of some of these things. Oh boy, I'll tell you, when Google really gets me put. Let's get back here to tile vertical here. We'll get these straightened up here. Let's start off here with the stop and P, because that's the one that is the E-mini S&P. That's a 4-minute. What we're going to do now is we're going to go to a daily. You can see here we had the big move down. It stopped right at the 382 retracement of the low we made on the 21st of May. Let's try that. The 21st of April. Okay. May. No, it would be, this is all of May. This is 22nd of April. So this is still very, very bullish. But since that time, all the market's been able to do in the last 2 days, let's get this up here. We're doing an hourly chart. You can see all it's been able to do is to go back and fill from that high that we made way back here. You see that? Hasn't really done very much at all. We have lower highs in here after that. So even though it had the big rally from that level, it still has not done very much. And of course, we had a big move down here to 5,200 and then the rally up. And there's what we've done here since that big bottom. This was where we made the 382. We pointed that out. You had let's just do it again because that was such a spectacular. You can see the 1.618 expansion of that 4-hour range. Then you had the A, B, C, D pattern coming in at the same time, which tells you that had to be a pretty good bottom in here. Then we come up, we pull back to the 61, and now we're making lower highs. This is in fact not bullish, but it could change at any moment, because if we get above here, that tells us that what we're going to do, and we could go up and challenge these highs without any trouble at all. Let's get this out of the way here and take a look at it. There's your high right here. There's your low. We could easily get up here to 53.54. The old high was 53.65. That's a heartbeat away. And then you have another ABCD that could be lurking here also. That would take you up to this level right up in here, 53.23. So right now it does not look that bearish at all. And the reason why is, look, folks, we've got higher bottoms. You can see the pullback this morning that we had after the early morning high that we had here. Where'd we stop? We stopped right at this. There it is right there. There's your 61% retracement right there. And we'll see where it goes from here. But that's what it looks like. We got a higher bottom here. And so it's easily could get up to this level right here. It's not showing any signs of any serious weakness on anything. So I think it's pretty important that you pay attention to that. Okay, now let's move over here to get up to here. I want to take a look at the corn market, because people have asked me if I've given up in corn. Yes, I have. This is December corn. This is new crop corn that is just being planted. It is planted now because we're into the growing season now, starting June 1st. And if we get Christmas corn right here, we're going to put the daily chart up. Take a look at it. Since I won't be sending videos out, folks, this is about the best I can explain to what's happening. But there's where we bought it. We bought it there at 70, at 65 right here. That was the 61% retracement. It was the 1.618 expansion of this move right here. So you had three things to tell you to buy it right there, and all three of them were wrong. We had a 61% retracement of this move, 61% of this move right here, 78% retracement of this move right here, and you can see that we're going down. Now we're still up today, but that trade is history. Bought it at 66, and basically we got out at 63. Of course, had a little bit of a rally, done nothing. This is where we got out of it, right at 63. So what I'll be waiting for is to some indication that we might be getting ready to make a move to the upside. My first clue, you can see every day, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days down. If we take out the previous day's high, which is right here at 70, okay, 470, that's only 7 cents, then what I will do, I will go into my mode where I'm going to look to buy a retracement from that level, much like what you had right here. You take out that previous high, buy that 382 retracement. Take out that previous high, buy the retracement. So that's what I'll be looking to do. My whole process of doing everything that I do here is not based on how much money you can make, folks. It's how much money you don't want to lose. That's the key to what you're watching here when you're looking at these markets. Now, I need to talk to you about something that is happening that is very significant, and I will get it up here. You can see here, we're going to take a look at the Treasury. Shut the front door and raise the rent. We're going to get the daily chart up here for the Treasury bonds, because the Treasury bonds, folks, have just taken out the highs of May. Here in June, we have just taken it out. The high here was 118.23, and the high today so far is 118.24. And there's a possibility, folks, that we could be looking at an ABCD like this to the upside up here at roughly 120. We could certainly do that without any trouble, and that would not even be any big deal, because look, you got a move like that, you got another move like that, you had another one back here like this, you had one here just like that. So this is the harmonic number that we're seeing in the bonds, and that tells you pretty much what you're looking for as you're watching that right here. Yes, I have time for Tesla. It's in the news all the time. Mr. Musk is going to get his 55 $1 billion or whatever his pay package is going to be. And Tesla starts with a T, doesn't it? And get it up here. And it is down today. I still think this is where we're going, folks. I believe we're going to 155 on Tesla. You know, we've had lower tops, all right? And we have one lower bottom in here, but this is what I think we're headed for, is that level right here. Look, you can't get above this. There's your 61% retracement. You can't even get above it with any type of news at all. So we're only looking at $20 lower in Tesla, so that's what I'll be watching. Now, guess what? We are going to have Mr. Norm Winski coming up here in just a short period of time, so stay tuned. 877-927-6648.
The Gold Report. As a precious metal, gold is still king. It continues to hold the most effective safe haven and hedging properties across the global major trading hubs of the London OTC market, the U.S. futures market, and the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his weekly gold report every Monday morning for subscribers, consisting of coverage of the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, bonds, the South African rand, as well as 25 different mining equities with specific buy-sell recommendations. The Gold Report. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Subscribe to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report newsletter now at TFNN.com.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
This portion of Trade What You See is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Okay, we're back, folks, and I believe we have Norm Winsky from Indiana State University, our alma mater. Go Fighting Sycamores. Norm, how are you?
Yes, sir, Larry. Go Sycamores. Thank you very much for having me on your show. I was last on your show. Did you want to say something, Larry?
No, I just wanted to welcome you to the show. I'm here.
Yes, sir.
Please.
So I was last on your show on May 20th, and I gave some the following forecasts. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 forecast points based all astrologically. We had a full moon. I'm going to review these quickly, hopefully. Full moon in Sagittarius the morning of the 23rd. I believe that it was just after the opening at 9:54 Eastern Time. And as we always do, we'll be looking at, for full moon, new moon, we'll be looking at financials, grains, precious metals, and oil. Then the night of the 24th, that's AC after the close, we had geocentric, that's from the point of view of the Earth. Jupiter entered the sign Gemini. Jupiter only changes signs about once a year, about every 11 and a half months. And if you'd like explanation of how I pick these markets, give me a call. But I was looking, I decided that copper, oil, soybeans, and sugar, and wheat may be affected by that. And then we had Neptune to the U.S. Neptune, that's based on what we call the natal chart, when the country was founded on July the 4th, 1776. Anytime we have something to the U.S. chart, look at stocks, T-bonds, and the U.S. dollar. And in this case, because Neptune was involved, we'll be looking at oil. Then we had Pluto to the U.S. chart, stocks, T-bonds, U.S. dollar, for the night of the 30th. And then the night over the weekend, 31st weekend, the moon's north node to the U.S. chart, stocks, T-bonds, U.S. dollar. Then we had Jupiter forming a 120-degree angle to Pluto geocentrically. We'll be looking at cocoa, copper, hogs, and T-bonds. Here's our first chart. Here's corn. We only had 1 point for corn. That was the moon, the new moon. That was a full moon. Full moon. Back on the 23rd, morning of the 23rd. On my methodology is we're selling on strength, buying on weakness, and it's going sideways. We do nothing. A red arrow means that it's a miss because it kept going higher for more than a day, and so that's not good. So that was a miss. Here's soybeans. Now you can see how we'd like it to work. We had a little top here on the beans, and then it went back up for our second point for the beans. That was based on the, Jupiter and Gemini point there, and that was a very nice top there on the beans. And then we had wheat. It liked Jupiter and Gemini too for a top. And as you can see, that worked pretty nicely too. And cocoa, crazy cocoa, was just going sideways there at the end of the month. So we're doing nothing. Here, hogs, they were in the same category of cocoa, and they rallied into that window. And so you had a nice trade there in the hogs for, looks like about maybe almost two handles. And sugar rallied into our window there for the 28th. Over the 24th weekend. And we had a 3-day weekend there. And you made a nice top there on, I think that was, Jupiter going into Gemini. All right. And then crude oil. There we had 3 points for crude oil. This one was good. And these two were not so good. And so there we go. Copper. We did well on copper. We had a nice short-term low there on the copper. And if you're not familiar with copper in terms of money is the beast. Every penny is $250. It will often move 10 cents in a day, and that would be $2,500. I think that's probably 75 up to 90. That's 15 cents. Well, what is that? That works out to probably
$37.50.
Like $37.50, right?
Yep.
And then we go down here for that low there, and we made another chunk of dough there if you did that trade, right? Silver, here's your high-ho silver, Larry. And we made just ahead of that low there, and then you had a big pop up there for the silver. Gold, we just had the 1 point here, and that was, although timing-wise, in terms of days, you were on a low day, but my methodology says this was for overnight here, and so you were looking for the morning of the 23rd, and that was a little bit early, so I had to count that as a miss. Here's the S&P. We had 6 points for the S&P because S&P responds to almost everything. And so we did really well there on the S&P. Top there, we had the 2 points there for a high, had that window there for a low, and then the 2 points there for a high. So that was excellent on the S&P. Here's the T-bonds. It made a top, 2 points there were tops. And then toward the end of the month here, bonds just ripped through our points there and just kept going. So that was not so good. Here's the dollar, kind of went 3 out of 5 there on the dollar. We had the moon. You'll see here in a minute, currencies were nicely dancing to the moon. We had the U.S. point there and so forth, and I think some U.S. points there and so forth. And so 3 out of 5. If you want any more explanation on any of this, I'll be happy to give anybody who contacts me a free class. Here we go. I'm going to do some currencies now. Here's the moon, the morning of the 23rd. That was a low. You can see that Aussie dollar. Here's British pound going sideways, do nothing. Here's the Canadian dollars dropping sharply, and you made a low there, and that had a nice pop up. Euro was really nice, very little drawdown on this one, and then a nice rally right on the low on the moon. Here's a yen, make another low right on the moon. And so if we count up the green arrows and red arrows, you got 24 winners, 8 misses out of 32 for a nice round 75%. All right, I'm going to review something I think I said last time. And this is some Fibonacci. Shocking that I would even talk about Fibonacci, I know. I did some calculations, and based on the 2022 bear market, where we made a high, and I think it was 48.19 high on January the 4th, then we went down to the October, I think, 13 low at 34.92. Those numbers are all here somewhere. And there we go, 34.92. And you take that range and multiply it times your different, as you call them, Larry, Fibonacci extensions. So 1.3819 times the range of 1327 gives you 1833.78. You add that to the low of 34.92, and you get 53.25.78. Back on the, oh, there we go, this date here, the 16th of May, we got to a high of 52. Nope, that's the wrong number. That's not it. I'm on the wrong box. There we go, 53.25.49.
Okay, Norm, we got to pay a few bills now. Stay with us. Stay with us. This is good stuff. Stay with us.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
The stock market is a delicate, interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
We're back, folks, speaking with Norm Winsky of Astro Trends. Please continue, Norm.
Thank you, Larry. When we were before the commercial there, I was telling you how, actually, add a little bit to it, that for a couple of months I was forecasting the 53.25 area as a key resistance level, and I was showing you how on the 16th of May we got to 53.25.78 to be exact, the penny, and then on the 16th of May we got to 53.25.49. And then you see, here's where it gets interesting. Now, you see there was, let's see, that 1, 2, about 3 more attempts to get over that level, and it can never even get to the, I think it even got to this number here, 53.25.49. There's like a wall there. Yeah, the only time it got over that is right here on the 20th, in the morning of the 23rd, right in the opening minutes. I think maybe the opening minute or so, and it had a big spike opening at up to 53.41.88, and you know what was happening there, Larry? At 9:54, roughly 24 minutes after the opening, we had the exact full moon, and then look what happened. Boom! It slammed down about 80 handles. So that, I think that's pretty interesting. Now my experience is it did breach this thing briefly, and I believe the market's talking to us. We just have to figure out what the market's saying. And I think somewhere down the road, there's a fair chance that because it did breach that briefly, that sometime down the road we may get over this level here. Should that happen, then we're going to use our 1.618 extension, and that would we could go up to, where's the number there? There it is, 56.39. Okay. All right. So that's what that's telling me anyway. Okay. And so now we're going to move ahead now to another little review thing I have here. Every month I do my version of the Bradley model where I quantify the planetary events and then plot them on a graph for the month. I started out May on the 29th of April and ended on May 31. That's the blue line I draw in advance. It was done a month in advance, and I send that out in my monthly letter in advance. Then as we go, I overlay the black bars, S&P 10-minute bars on top, and you can see there's a pretty nice correlation there, off a little bit here, but here, there's a whole class here on this chart. So here, this is, see the PL there? That's Pluto SR stationary retrograde. Pluto's turning retrograde there, and look at that. That's the low of the month. Then there's a little pullback low here on that new, that's a symbol for a new moon on the red arrow there, right there. And then we have the full moon I just showed you there. That's a spike high there. And 3 of the important turns of the month were on these the 3 major planetary points that I put on this chart in advance, in addition to all the other points I had. All right, so You're wondering, well, gee, Norm, what's coming next? Okay, here we go. So the morning of the 5th, that's just today is today's the 4th. So tomorrow morning we'll have Venus. This is one of my top points. Venus 0 north latitude, when the planets get their either the middle or extreme of their latitude. And we're going to look at our Venus markets: cattle, copper, cotton, sugar, wheat. And then that evening, tomorrow, it'll be Wednesday or Thursday. Is it Wednesday? Where we at? Thursday, yeah, wait, 6. Yeah, I'm sorry, Thursday. We have the 5th. Oh, yeah, the night of the 5th, early morning on the 6th, we have the new moon in Gemini. That'll be financial range, precious metals. And then the morning of the 6th, we kind of have a cluster here. You see a big events. Heliocentric Jupiter will enter the sign Gemini. You saw that work pretty well from the geocentric point of view. And then copper, oil, soybean, sugar, wheat. And then the night of the 7th, we have Mercury, again, 0 north latitude. So we have like a 4 or 5 day cluster of big events coming. And that's watch the grains: corn, soybeans, wheat. I've been doing this a long time, not as long as Larry, but almost as long. It was landed in Chicago there as a floor trader in 1975. Did the CBOE and the Chicago Board of Trade over about a 12-year period. And so I might have picked up a little experience there. Also studied all these methodologies. I know Gann, Elliott Wave, astrophysics, astrology, have a background in music, Fibonacci, and so forth. So if you'd like to learn any of this stuff, give me a call. How do you call Norm? There we go, 239-594-3939. You can call me on Skype at nwinsky@yahoo.com, or you can email me at, there we go, same as my Skype, nwinsky@yahoo.com. Any questions from the Tiger's Den there, Larry?
Yes, we did have 2 questions. The first question is, I thought I knew how to answer it, but I'll let you do it because you know more about this. These signs that you talk about, those are the 12 signs of the zodiac, he was asking, and he wants to know who determined which sign was which, and also which commodity is affiliated with that sign. Who determines that?
Well, the first part is the signs go back about 5,000 years, I think, to the Chaldeans, the Mesopotamians, way back there. Your friend, Dr. Andrew Lowe, I think, even mentioned that they were trading the markets back there thousands of years ago. Based on the stars, who determined what planets and what signs go with what planets? I've done that over 50 years.
All right. So
watching the markets every day and observing when a planet would go in, a particular planet would go in a sign, what markets responded to that. It takes it's taken some of these markets, it took me years to figure some of them out.
Is there a book?
The good news is if these people, some of the folks there will contact me, they don't have to do 50 years. We can get them going in a matter of weeks, you know.
Is there a book that gives you the signs that are affiliated with each commodity?
No, not that I would use.
Okay.
There's one that some of the astrologers use that I don't like. That's that Rex Bill's rulership book. I think he's wrong on a lot of this stuff.
Okay. Now the next question is when a planet goes retrograde or direct, is the influence of going retrograde as important as the influence of going direct?
Actually, what it is that moment where it's not going either way. It's like when it's turning. It's like throwing a ball in the air. There's that moment where the ball's not going up and the ball's not going down. There's a change in energy there, and I believe that sends a sort of a shock wave through the solar system, and and then the markets. When the planets change trend, the markets change trend. It's that simple.
Well, that makes really good sense. Listen, thanks for joining us today on Norm. So please, we'll have you on again in a few weeks when we have a new moon coming. Well, the new moon's coming now. The full moon's coming later, correct?
That's correct. Full moon's due on the night of the weekend of the 21st of June.
Okay.
That'll be right on near the solstice, you know. Right?
No, solstice is in June.
Well, this is June.
Thanks for. Well, listen.
Okay.
Hey, thanks, Norm. We'll have you on again soon. Norm Winsky, folks, Astro Trend, Naples, Florida. Stay tuned, folks. We got a little feedback coming here from one other question about the stock market, and I'll answer it when we come back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
The stock market is a delicate, interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Okay, we're back, folks, and I wanted to point out this is the Dow Jones. We were down 10 days coming into this. We covered our short position here on last Thursday, and here's Monday and Tuesday. All we're going to do now is we're going to move this down to a smaller time frame, which is an hourly chart. As you can see, the high that we made here on the 2nd, which was Monday, was a 382 of that move right back here. It came down, stopped almost exactly at the 61% retracement, and that means, and you can see here we're moving higher today. That's telling us that we have a really strong probability of doing something like this, where we make the ABCD pattern coming in right here. That will be pretty much right at the 50% level of this whole move down. And if you colored it in with these beautiful colors that we have here, you'll see this would be the thing that H.M. Gartley called the Gartley pattern, and that will come in here at 39,000 and change, 39,100 or 39,150 is the exact number. Now, if you get that here in the next couple of days and you don't sell it, send your chart pencil in, folks, because Gartley said this was the best signal he could possibly get. Sell the first ABCD pattern in a bear market, and buy the first ABCD pattern in a bull market. And it's a pretty good deal to do, folks. Works pretty well. So let's remember these are things that we have to do. Tomorrow's guest will be Grace Morris, and Grace has been pretty much spot on, so we want to hear what she has to say, because she's been nailing the NASDAQ to the proverbial wall, as they say in the trade. And like I mentioned before, there's a strong chance that I will not be here Thursday and Friday. I'll know tomorrow for sure, but right now that's the way that it looks. So live every day in an attitude of gratitude, and may God bless, and live every day in happiness, and try to help your neighbors, folks. They need help.